Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract success effortlessly while others struggle their entire lives? The secret lies in understanding the 12 universal laws that govern everything around us. These aren't just spiritual concepts. Science is now confirming what ancient wisdom has known for centuries. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal how these powerful laws are shaping your reality right now, whether you're aware of them or not. And the most shocking part? Once you understand these laws, you can literally reprogram your life. Stay until the end to discover the one law most people get completely wrong. It might be the exact reason you're not seeing results in your life. The universe operates through perfect order. Nothing happens by chance. Just as gravity works whether you believe in it or not, these 12 universal laws are constantly at work in your life. The difference is simple. When you know the laws, you can work with them instead of against them. Let's begin with the most well-known, the law of attraction. This law states that like attracts like. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs act as magnets, drawing similar energies toward you. Think about the last time you woke up in a bad mood. Didn't it seem like everything went wrong that day? That's this law in action. Your negative energy literally attracted negative experiences. A powerful example comes from Sarah, a viewer who watched this video last year. She was stuck in debt, working a job she hated. After understanding the law of attraction, she began visualizing her dream career daily, feeling the emotions of already achieving it. Within 6 months, she received a job offer that doubled her salary. She didn't just think positive, she aligned her energy with what she wanted. The second law is the law of vibration. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies, including your thoughts and emotions. Higher vibrations like love, gratitude, and joy attract positive experiences, while lower vibrations like fear, anger, and jealousy attract negative ones. Think of it like this. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the vibe was off? Or met someone who just radiates positive energy? That's because you're sensing their vibrational frequency. When you consciously raise your vibration through meditation, gratitude practices, or simply doing things that bring you joy, you automatically align with better experiences. Michael, a business owner, implemented a daily gratitude practice with his team. Even during challenging projects, they focused on appreciation for small wins. Within 3 months, employee satisfaction increased by 40% and client retention improved dramatically. Their collective vibration literally transformed their business reality. The third universal law is the law of action. While visualization and positive thinking are powerful, nothing happens without aligned action. The universe rewards those who take inspired steps toward their goals. Consider this. If you want to become physically fit, simply visualizing yourself with a perfect body won't get results. You must combine that vision with regular exercise and proper nutrition. The magic happens when your actions align with your desires. James, a struggling author, understood this perfectly. Rather than just dreaming about becoming a bestseller, he committed to writing 500 words every single day, no matter what. He also took action by networking with publishers and learning about marketing. 3 years later, his consistent action transformed his manuscript into a published book that sold over 100,000 copies. The fourth law is the law of correspondence. This law teaches that your outer world reflects your inner world. As above, so below, as within, so without. Your relationships, career, finances, and physical health are all mirrors showing you what's happening inside your mind. If you find yourself constantly dealing with difficult people, look inward. How are you treating yourself? Do you have unresolved feelings of unworthiness? Once you heal these inner patterns, your external relationships naturally transform. Lisa discovered this when she couldn't understand why she kept attracting partners who didn't value her. Through self-reflection, she realized she didn't truly value herself. She began practicing self-love daily, speaking kindly to herself, honoring her needs, and setting healthy boundaries. Within months, she not only attracted a loving relationship, but noticed her friendships and work relationships improved too. The fifth universal law is the law of cause and effect, also known as karma. This law states that every action creates a corresponding reaction. What you put out comes back to you, not as punishment or reward, but as a natural balancing of energy. Think about throwing a ball against a wall. The force you use determines how strongly it returns to you. Similarly, the energy behind your actions determines what comes back. This isn't just about good or bad deeds, it's about intention. When you act from genuine love and service, that energy multiplies and returns. John, a local business owner, decided to implement this law by creating a pay-it-forward program where each customer could contribute to a fund for those who couldn't afford his services. He didn't do this for profit. His intention was purely to serve his community. Within a year, his business grew by 200%, not because he marketed more, but because the community felt his authentic intention and naturally supported him. The sixth law is the law of compensation. Related to cause and effect, this law states that you will be compensated for your contributions. The more value you provide, the more you'll receive, though not always in the way you expect. Many people misunderstand this law, thinking it's only about money. In reality, compensation comes in many forms: knowledge, relationships, opportunities, peace of mind, and yes, material wealth too. The key is focusing on genuine contribution rather than what you'll get in return. Consider Maria, a teacher who went above and beyond for her students, creating personalized learning plans without expecting anything in return. Her compensation came in multiple forms, not just her salary, but through recognition from her community, a profound sense of fulfillment, and eventually a promotion to develop curriculum for the entire district. The seventh law is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. This powerful law states that all energy is in constant motion and can be transformed from one state to another. Higher forms of energy transmute lower forms. In practical terms, this means you can transform negative situations through the higher energy of focused intention. Imagine a room filled with darkness. It might seem overwhelming, but the moment you light one small candle, darkness begins to transform. Your focused consciousness works the same way. It can transmute any negative situation when applied with consistency. David experienced this when his company faced bankruptcy during an economic downturn. Instead of focusing on fear, he gathered his team and channeled their collective energy toward innovation. They created a completely new product line that not only saved the company, but led to their most profitable year ever. They literally transmuted the energy of potential failure into remarkable success. The eighth law is the law of relativity. This law states that nothing is good or bad by itself. Everything is relative to something else. Every challenge you face is neither good nor bad until you assign it meaning. When you understand this law, you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What can I learn from this?" Every obstacle becomes a potential growth opportunity when viewed from a higher perspective. Take Amanda's story. When she lost her job during company downsizing, it initially seemed like the worst thing that could happen. By applying the law of relativity, she chose to see it differently, not as a tragedy, but as an opening for something better. This shift in perspective gave her the courage to start the business she'd been dreaming about for years, which now employs 15 people and serves clients internationally. The ninth law is the law of polarity. This law states that everything has its opposite: hot and cold, light and dark, good and bad. These aren't separate things, but different expressions of the same thing at opposite ends of a spectrum. The practical wisdom here is profound. Whenever you face a challenging situation, its opposite must also exist. If you're experiencing failure, success exists on the other end of that spectrum. Your job is to move along that spectrum through your thoughts and actions. Robert applied this when his first 3 business ventures failed. Instead of seeing himself as a failure, he understood through the law of polarity that tremendous success must exist at the opposite end of his current experience. He studied his failures, identified the lessons, and launched a 4th business that incorporated all he had learned. That business now generates 7 figures annually. The 10th law is the law of rhythm. Everything in the universe flows in cycles, seasons, economies, relationships, even your own energy and mood. Nothing stays the same forever. Change is the only constant. When you understand this law, you stop resisting natural cycles and learn to flow with them. During winter periods of your life, focus on planning and preparation. During summer periods of abundance, express gratitude and share your prosperity. Jennifer applied this law to her creative business. Instead of fighting against periods of lower inspiration, she recognized these as natural rhythms and used these times for research and organization. When creative energy returned, she was perfectly positioned to maximize it. By honoring these natural cycles instead of forcing constant production, her work reached new levels of quality and recognition. The 11th law is the law of gender. This law states that everything has masculine and feminine energies, regardless of physical gender, and creation requires both. Masculine energy is about action, logic, and giving. Feminine energy is about intuition, receiving, and nurturing. In practical application, success in any area requires balancing these energies. Too much masculine energy leads to burnout from constant doing. Too much feminine energy can result in great ideas without implementation. Mark, a high-powered executive, was all masculine energy, constant action, logical decisions, and relentless drive. He was successful but exhausted and disconnected from his purpose. By cultivating feminine energy through meditation, intuition-based decisions, and allowing himself to receive help, he not only maintained his success but found fulfillment and meaning he'd been missing. The 12th and perhaps most profound law is the law of oneness. This law states that despite apparent separation, everything in the universe is connected. We are all expressions of the same energy source, interconnected in ways science is only beginning to understand. When you truly grasp this law, competition transforms into collaboration. You recognize that helping others ultimately helps you because we're all part of the same whole. This shift from scarcity to abundance thinking is perhaps the most transformative of all. The Global Cooperation Project demonstrates this perfectly. When businesses from competing sectors came together to address environmental challenges, sharing technologies and resources instead of hoarding them, they created solutions none could have developed alone. Their profits increased collectively because they operated from oneness rather than separation. Now, here's the crucial understanding that brings all 12 laws together. They operate simultaneously, not separately. Think of them as different facets of the same diamond. When you align with one law, you naturally align with aspects of the others. The mistake most people make is working with just one or two laws, usually attraction and action, while ignoring the others. This creates frustration and inconsistent results. True mastery comes from recognizing how all 12 laws interact in your daily life. Let's look at how these laws might work together in a practical example. Imagine you want to transform your financial situation. Through the law of attraction, you focus on abundance rather than lack. The law of vibration has you raise your energetic frequency through gratitude for what you already have. The law of action inspires specific steps toward your goal. The law of correspondence prompts you to examine and heal internal beliefs about money. The law of cause and effect reminds you to provide value before expecting returns. The law of compensation ensures you'll receive in proportion to your contribution. The law of perpetual transmutation allows you to transform limiting financial patterns. The law of relativity helps you see current challenges as temporary and instructive. The law of polarity reminds you that if financial struggle exists, so must financial freedom. The law of rhythm helps you navigate natural economic cycles. The law of gender balances your approach with both strategic action and intuitive receiving. Finally, the law of oneness connects you to abundant resources through collaboration rather than competition. Working with all 12 laws simultaneously creates a powerful alignment that accelerates manifestation in any area of life. This isn't about magical thinking. It's about bringing yourself into harmony with the fundamental operating principles of our universe. Now that you understand these 12 universal laws, you hold the key to completely transforming your life. Remember, these laws are working whether you're aware of them or not. So why not use them consciously to create the life you truly desire? If this video has sparked something in you, I invite you to take one small action today that aligns with these principles. Start with something simple, perhaps a gratitude practice to raise your vibration, or writing down a clear intention to activate the law of attraction. And if you found value in these insights, please hit that like button and subscribe for more life-changing wisdom. Share in the comments which of these 12 laws resonated most with you. I read every comment and would love to continue this conversation. Until next time, remember, you are not just in the universe, you are the universe expressing itself as a human for a little while. Use these laws to make that expression magnificent.